We're dedicating our Shiur questions and answers also to Refuah Shlema of Avram Zishe Ben Sima Bluma, and also for the success of Richard Ware, yes, Ware, and Lehavdil Ilui Nishmat Shlomo ben Moshe Mordechai, and Lehavdil for the success of Yonatan Yosef ben Amiel, and also Leilui Nishmat Leah bat Shmuel, and that Bezat Hashem the mercy of the King gonna be revealed, and that we're gonna believe in Him, and that we're gonna be able to see His mercy and His kindness. So Bezat Hashem, we are answering questions today.
So Jude from Philippines is asking, how can a Filipino like me attain Hashem's blessing? She's not Jewish and she's trying to practice the Jewish beliefs. Please help me understand more what is called faith and tradition, and how can I connect myself to the Jewish people?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. It's a very important question with a very simple answer. The Creator, He created the world, and He created all nations and all human beings, and He created all of them B'Tzelmo, in His image, so to speak. Means that He gave everyone a soul. So there might be a difference between the souls, and there might be a different spiritual thin difference between the nations, but still everyone have a spiritual connection to their Creator, that it's one Creator that created us all. The mitzvah, the obligation of faith, is an obligation that all humankind are obligated to. We all must believe in Him and count on Him, and to follow Him, and to listen to Him, and to His real prophets. So the only question is how to find the truth, because there are a lot of prophets. Most of them are false and liars. So the only answer have to come from inside. And like I said in one of the classes, that the tradition that Am Yisrael received, the Torah, that we are the nation that the Creator chose to set them free from their slavery in Egypt and to give them the Torah as a free nation. In that day, He obligated us to keep the rules of the Torah. And the Torah been given to us in a tradition. Means the obligations, means the rules, the 613 mitzvot, obligations from the Bible, and the rest of the obligations mid'Rabbanan, by the wise people that have been given to us through the wise during the generations until today. But the obligation of faith means the first commandment of Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I'm your God, and the second commandment, Lo yeh lecha elokim acherim al panai, you are not gonna worship no idols, you are not gonna believe in no one else except of me. That's the mitzvah of faith, the obligation of faith. That's an obligation that all of the nations are obligated to it the same, and it haven't been given to us in a tradition. That's not a tradition. That's something basic that every person that have common sense, he already believes in the Creator. Like Avraham Avinu, that he found out that there is a God. He just found Him when he was 3 years old. He started to talk to Him. He was alone in the field, in the cave, and he was talking to Him. That's it. He was thinking about it, and he revealed that it's truth. And like that we heard from that nice priest Philip, that he's a good friend with Rav Shalom Arush. He's a big priest in South Africa. And he said also that he was secular before that he went close to God. And he just felt so empty and so far away from purity and from having some kind of meaning in his life. So he went to the desert to talk to the Creator, and he just talked to him. So that's the common sense, that's the right thing to do. So if everyone in the Philippines, in Thailand, in India, in Damascus, in Berlin, in every place in the world, he wants to connect himself to the truth. So you just need to open your mouth and start talking to the Creator, to the one that created you, the one that gives you power to wake up, to talk, to think, and that's it. Now you need to ask for the requests that are in your level. If there's a person that is so close to Judaism and he wants really to commit himself or to convert or whatever, okay, so different prayers. But a simple person also needs to live life of faith and life of confidence in the Creator, and to ask for all of his needs, and to ask for peace in the house, and to have educated children, or to have children at all, and whatever. And that's it, just living our life in peace with the Creator altogether.
Jude also wants to know that she asked in another email, how could we as non-Jews attain a salvation? What do we need to do? What's our part in the salvation?
How can they help? What should they do? Don't disturb us. I'm kidding. The truth is that the only salvation that all of the world is waiting for is salvation with mercy, berachamim. Geula berachamim it calls. So Geula berachamim, it means salvation, redemption through or with prayers. It means that we're praying that the Creator is going to save us. That's the salvation that we want to have. If He's going to save us without prayers, so it will not going to be a complete salvation. We don't want that. We want to be worthy, means to have the vessels, means to purify ourselves enough until we're going to be able to receive that awesome, amazing, beautiful light of the Creator, the revealing of His kindness. So for that we need to pray a lot, because the words of the prayer, they're the vessels to contain the bounty, the shefa. So everyone that wants to join and to help the world, he just needs to pray, just to stand every day for at least 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and just to ask nice and holy and simple requests, that everyone going to be healthy, that everyone going to be pure, that everyone going to see the truth, that everyone going to have the merit, to have the eyes and the heart that can feel, that can sense, that can see, that can understand. And that's it. And just by amazing requests like those, the Creator gonna wake up His mercy and reveal His kindness on us. The Jewish nation that we have today is only one tribe out of 12, or maybe 1.5 out of 12, after being slaughtered and crucified and been murdered so many times through the history. So actually, if today we have something like 15 million people, so we were supposed to be something like 50, and it's one tribe. So 50 times 12, that's the amount of Israeli Jews that are somewhere hidden souls in the world. So it's tons. All of the rest of the tribes. We are the tribe of Yehuda, Yehudim, Yehuda. You have few Levites with you, you have few Kohanim with you, that's it. All of the rest. So now you came some from tribe of Dan, the Ethiopians guys that came from Dan. So they're part of us, and you have from all the rest of the tribes. You have from Asher and Shimon and Zvulun, Issachar, you have all of the holy tribes, Reuven, Gad, Naphtali, all of them, somewhere in the mountains, waiting for us. Let's continue with the questions. Yosef.
Shlomo wants to know, what's the Jewish perspective on owning animals?
On what? Owning animals? Good question. There's a difference between kosher animals and impure animals. It's written that it's not good to have impure animals inside your house. Included all kinds of parrots and all kinds of dogs, cats, and on. Mice and squirrels, snakes, spiders, all of those for sure. It's not good for your nutrition. And about kosher animals, it's okay. So today we have only fish. Most of the fish that have been sold in tanks are kosher. They need to have, איך אומרים, סנפיר וקסקסת? Okay, again. Fins and scales. Okay, so most of them have it, so it's okay. Most of the fish are kosher. Not so tasty, but kosher. And also a lot of birds are kosher birds, but it's hard to define. Not parrots, tukim are not kosher, but other birds, there are a lot of birds that are kosher. Still not to eat. We're not allowed to eat them because we don't have kashrut. We don't have tradition of how to slaughter them, how to kill them. Ritual slaughter. We don't know how to do that, and so we're not. But if a person still today have an animal that is impure, so after that he's touching that animal, if he's got a dog or if he's got a cat or something like that, it's very good to wash your hands after petting or taking care of that animal. It's very important. And for sure not to let it sleep in your bed, stuff like that it's very, very impure. So needs just to try to make a separation between human beings and their animals, and not to hug and kiss too much. And also there's a question of tzar ba'alei chaim, to put an animal in a cage or something like that. So for the animals that been born in a cage, that already came to the world in a cage in prison, so they cannot, it's very hard to set them free. They will not going to survive in the wild nature. Even birds, they don't know how to find water, they don't know how to find food. It's very rare that those animals can manage outside. So actually there's even a problem to set them free if you don't want to captive them, to hold them. So to catch animal that is wild from the nature and to put it behind bars, that for sure is not allowed. It makes the animal very sad and very sorry, and suffers a lot. But if it's a fish or a bird that born in a cage, so it's better to give it a good life and to help it and to make it happy as much as you can. Yochanan.
סתם, הערה, אבל בסדר, זה רש"י, סתם, בהמשך, שישראל בני מלכים, וראוי שיהיה להם עופות לנוי ולשחוק.
Nice. I heard that Rav Berlan said that, and it's written also in Likutey Halachot, that all animals are spirits that came back to be fixed in a different lifetime. So Rav Berlan said that parrots are gilgulim of noafim, of people that had issues with adultery, ni'uf. So you can see that those animals are very rude. You can see that they're violent, that they're aggressive, that they can be very not nice. So it's written on the kosher animals, just to explain that that those are the animals that are running away, the animals that been chased, been איך אומרים נטרפות, chased by predators. Those all of the animals that we're allowed to eat are like those. And animals that have cruelty inside of them, that they are predators, for sure we're not allowed to eat them, because when you eat something, you receive from his nature, you receive his character into your parts of souls, of spirit that they have, are entering into yours. So, and it changed the person. So this is why for sure it's very important to eat also only kosher animals. And also when you look and when you touch and when you come in every kind of relationship with an animal, so it can affect your spirit, can affect your soul very much.
You mentioned the parrots and that they're Gilgulim of Norfim, as Rav Bernard said. Okay, lately there's a fashion, a fad to own parrots. If you take that into consideration with what you said, what does it say about this generation that has this fad of owning parrots?
Okay, so what can we say? We need to help all of the souls, all of the spirits, and there are people that are able to have those animals in their houses and to help them, because also, let's say that it's a soul of a person that sinned. So what, now we need to be angry at it, we need to have mercy and compassion on it, we need to give it the best life that we can, and to help it, and to support it, and to help. We're not here to punish no one. Adrabah, if those souls suffered so much that now they came in a lifetime of a dog, of an animal, of a porcupine, I don't know what, you need to have mercy on it. I think it's a human being trapped inside of an animal, so he is suffering, he's going through his torture, he's suffering already. So us as human beings, we just need to be Rahmanim and to try to do the most and the maximum that we can do to help to every creature, every creation of Hashem.
Our friend El Manti from Colombia wants to know, when you talk about 6 hours Yitbodedut, do you do it on one topic? Like, I think you told a story one time where a friend needed a salvation. He went out and did 6 hours on one topic. Can he do a few topics in 6 hours? What does he do in the 6 hours?
So it depends. Really, the truth is that whatever you're going to do going to be good. If you're able to talk on one subject and really to be open and to talk and to talk and to talk, so that's the best thing, because it's written that everyone that lengthens his prayers, so his prayers will not going to come back empty-handed. He will not going to be empty-handed. He will be answered for sure. If you're able to lengthen so much and to pray on one subject, and it depends on your needs and in your abilities, so you should do as much as you can. But if you find that it's too hard for you, and even let's say a person now wants to buy a house, so 6 hours you're going to stand and say, Hashem, give me a house, Hashem, give me a house, Hashem, give me a house, Hashem, give me a house. It will not going to come out from the heart. So you can pray for 1 hour on other people, on homeless people, on people that don't have houses. And by that you open also for them and also for yourself gates of bounty, of shefa. There's a very good eye for a person that pray on others. And like that it's written that every person that pray for others and he needs the same thing, he's going to be answered first. And then you can pray on the house of the Creator, on the temple, and the Beit HaMikdash. And you can pray on that for another hour also. And say, please, build your house. How can I ask for a house for myself when you still don't have a house? And please, rebuild your house and bring it into Tzion. And that your light is going to be in Tzion. And build Tzion and all of the ruins in Jerusalem. And then you have already 2 hours. And now you can pray on your financial situation, 1 hour on what that you need, what that requires to buy that house, and then how good it's going to be another hour, how good it's going to be for the family, for the wife, for the children, for you to celebrate in Shabbos. And then in the 4th hour, 5th hour, you can also do tshuva and to say, please, maybe I damaged and maybe I need to do tshuva, so help me to fix whatever I done that brought me to that place of suffering, that I'm lack of a house, that I don't have a place to sleep. And like that, you find more things that are important to you, and you actually do pray on one subject, but from few directions, and you cover all of that thing that you want to do as much as you can. But if it's also too hard for you, so every person needs few things in his life, and you can also pray on me. You know, if you have free time in your hands and you don't know what to do with it, so you can all pray on me, Dror Moshe ben Emanuela, and you can pray for me, and it's going to be nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yesterday, a friend called me. I told you about that story in one of the classes. A friend of mine that told me that he needs a salvation, that he wants to buy a house, and he took a mortgage already, and Rav Shalom told him, you're going to buy that house with no debts and everything going to be okay except of the mortgage. And he came to me and told me, I'm lack of 35,000 shekels, I don't know what to do. I told him, listen, what do you want? Your salvation is on the way, relax, you don't need to do nothing. He said, no, I done already 11 times 6 hours, and I'm doing more, and every week I'm doing once or twice. I told him, pray on me, why are you wasting your hours on a house? The Rav promised you're going to have a house, you don't need to waste more hours on the house. You don't need to. If you need to pray for your sanity, to be able to cross that journey, okay, pray for yourself. On the house, don't pray, do me a favor. You just lack of confidence. Rav promised to you, you're going to have a house, you're going to have a house. He couldn't accept it, it was too hard for him. Lack of faith, lack of confidence in his rabbi, in Hashem, in himself, whatever. I told him, listen, let's make a deal. He said yes. I told him, if you're going to receive the salvation on the 35,000 shekels, so do 6 hours on me, okay? So yesterday he called me and he said, I owe you 6 hours. So I told him, okay. So he said, okay, what do you want me to pray for you, on what? So I told him, do 6 hours on Am Yisrael, and we're even. I don't need you to pray for me. Pray for Am Yisrael and everything is good. Yes, please. Maybe Moshe Shaul wants to ask something. You want to ask where I bought that vest? I'm going to tell you after class. We don't do commercials.
Rav Dror, last night I punched my wife, and I want to know.
What's the punishment?
No, I want you to know what happened. I had a dream, and I was in this room. I don't know where the room was, and in the room was me when I was young, and the other person in the room was a Russian boy about my age. And he was eating popcorn. This is a true dream. And he messed up the floor with his popcorn. And I asked him to clean up. And he wouldn't clean it up, so I did. And I put it on his bed. And he became very angry at me. And one thing led to the other, and he started hitting me. So I defended myself, and I punched your wife. And I punched him, but I punched my wife in the process. And she woke up and couldn't fall asleep. What should I do? And is there any meaning in this dream?
Well, you have a sofa in the living room, you can sleep there for now until you're going to relax. Really, he was struggling in his dream, and he punched and it hit his wife. So first of all, for sure, like I'm sure that you've done everything because I know you, and for sure, first of all, we're apologizing. And what can a person do? But still, when he's asleep. But still, we need to know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is megalgel chova al yedei chayav. If you've done something wrong, so needs to do tshuva on that. Even so, what if it happened in your sleep? So she cannot take you to court on that, but you need to take yourself to court on that. A person needs to judge himself and to see what's going on with me, and especially when we see signs in the dreams that we're not functioning like we wish to, like we want to. For sure, it's better not to find yourself fighting with no one, and no matter when and how and in which situation. So for sure we need to do tshuva on that, and for sure that you can understand the signs. And I'm first of all trying in those situations to thank Hashem Yitbarach when He helps me to reveal my lackings, and to see that I still have anger inside of me, and violence, and can be aggressive, offensive, and chas shalom. So immediately I'm thanking Hashem on that He helped me to understand it, because it was here already before that I saw it. That's me. And now I just got a gift that I can see it. People that are falling from those things, from those rebukes, to sadness, and they say, hey, how can it be that I'm so violent, that I'm so mad, and all of that. It's a very stupid thing, because that was you 1 hour ago also. It's you, that's your level, that's who you are. So just only a good thing happened to you now, that it's been exposed. Because if a person is falling to sadness by revealing who that he is, it means that he is not here for the purpose. He doesn't want to fix himself. He wants that people are going to think that he's okay, and that we were not going to talk about the sirchonot, the stinks. But if you want to fix, and if you're here to fix, so it's an opportunity. Even more so, you need to be glad and happy that it's been revealed. And unfortunately, when people are suffering around us, there's nothing we can do except of apologizing, asking forgiveness, but also that's a mirror that we're going to see that people are being offended by us. It's not, oh, now I'm going to blame myself, I hurt my wife, I offended her, I hit her, or whatever chas shalom happened. That's what I'm doing. I am doing it. Now it's been exposed, but it's been exposed so in such a harsh way that it's going to be so clear to me, because when Hashem was whispering, when Hashem was hinting, I didn't hear. She was telling it before, that I make her sorry, that I hurt her, that I offended her, that I insulted her, but I didn't pay attention. So unfortunately, we had to suffer that I'm going to wake up. But now that I woke up, thank God, I'm going to do whatever it takes to fix it. So you were very brave that you're sharing, and thank you for that. And we need to know that when we say Gam zu letovah, it's also for the good. It's a lot easier to say it's also for the good when I have my defects. But when I hurt someone else, chas v'shalom, it's a lot harder to say Gam zu letovah. No, it's for the best, for him. No, there's a side to say that you're not allowed even to say it's all for the good for him. You're not allowed to say, but you need to know for sure that it is. Because if the king brought the situation to be, so it had to happen, and it's for the good. For sure, you're not going to wave that flag in front of that poor person and going to tell him, no, you had to get that punch, it was good, it's from heaven. Like you said, like you told her in the middle of the night. That was wrong. But of course, it's obvious. You deserved it. You know, in Hebrew, in Lashon HaKodesh, when we say Ze magia lecha, deserve, it means it came. Magia, it came also. So if it came, so you deserve it. So it's the same word. Magia lecha, because it's magia lecha. זה הגיע לך כי מגיע לך. אם זה לא, so of course, but chas v'shalom, to think that, and even if chas shalom, the person, I know a friend of mine that he told his wife, she's very, very, very good woman. She's very polite and never rebukes him, never screams. Mamash, a very good woman. And takes a lot on herself, and she gives him everything to do, to go to pray, to bodeduyot, and he needs time with friends. She's helping him. Very good woman. One time he told her, listen, he started to have fears. And he came to her and he told her, listen, it's all because of you. So she told him, why? What have I done? So he told her, if you would rebuke me, if you would hurt me once in a while, I wouldn't have to suffer outside. So she told him, look, if God decided to punish someone, why should I be the stick? Why should I be the stick? So, like we said in the beginning of the answer, מגלגלים חובה על ידי חייו. We don't want no one to be punished by us. And even if someone, chas shalom, had to wake up like that in the middle of the night and to be scared and whatever, we don't want that thing to come to us. So also on that we're doing tshuva, that I might scare him, that I might hurt him, and we're asking forgiveness. That's it. I have a question. How are you doing? What's going on? Yeah, you're all behaving? Everything is nice? Guys, we need to pray. We need to put a lot of effort on prayers on Am Yisrael and on the rest of the world, on everyone. Everyone are thirsty to hear words of Hashem, words of the King, of the Creator. And we're asking for help. We're asking for each and every one of our viewers, every one of our friends, here in Eretz Israel, over there, in other countries, to help us, to support us, to give us a hand, if it's financially, if it's with prayers, if it's through your abilities and your talents, if you have some power and some control or some talents, please share it with us and help us and give us a hand. We have a big mission to accomplish, and we will. So be a part. Give a hand, a heart, and be a part. Thank you. Chazak u'baruch.